Hello, hello. Good evening. Good evening. Welcome to Club Star Wars, everybody. Nice to see you. Yeah. How are you, Andy? All right.
Yeah, all good, man. How are things your end?
Not too bad at all.
I keep thinking I should just look this way and go, "How you doing, Paddy? How you doing, mate?"
I always mess that up.
Yeah. Do you know what? I actually said to myself before you said this, mate, which way?
Yeah.
I do it wrong.
My brain doesn't do the mirror thing like straight off. It's just
yeah.
We've lost Matt for momentarily. We did exactly the same thing last week when Cameron Pasha was on.
Yeah.
He just like something happened and he disappeared and then came back in. But he'll be here very, very, very shortly.
Are you enjoying the no haircut look?
I do. I love it.
I need hips. So I need a haircut so bad. But anyway,
I'm in. I'm in lockdown haircut mode. It's the beard. Yeah. I've trimmed the sides of the beard so many times.
Yeah.
It's like I was getting bored, but it's getting long now. You see.
Mm.
But
soon,
it's like
soon we will call you Kenobi.
Well, you see, the thing is, like, it's a good job the beard's not grey as well, because otherwise, then I really would look like Santa Claus. That's not a look I want to go for. I'm sure people.
I've been hearing you called the Silver Fox. So.
Oh well, that's all right then. We can go fine with that. The other thing is though, like, I'm sure people are also like, he went like, Jesus Christ, what happened to Paddy in lockdown? Like, his hair went white, right? Was this him being locked in the house with his partner and Luna?
It could be. And Piggy
and Prue. Yeah, not Macca because that fucker moved out, but whatever.
Macca's gone.
So anyway, they'd be like,
should clarify that's Paddy's cat. Was Paddy's cat? That is, we're not talking about the great Paul McCartney.
No, we're not talking about Paul McCartney. We're talking about Sir Paul McCartney.
Yep.
Yeah, he's taken the high road and moved into a more expensive, better house up the road.
Mm-hmm.
Because they look after him and stuff. Yeah. So as it stands now, I'm the only person who can wee standing up in the house. That's it now.
What a weird way to look at it. Where did that come from?
And even those days are numbers when you're getting on. I mean,
yeah, well, yeah.
You're going to be sitting down for a wee soon.
Well, do you know what? Have you ever watched the In-Betweeners? The tall lad, Neil, says, I do it sitting down sometimes as a treat.
Sometimes it's more comfortable if you're tired, you might want to sit down wee. Yeah. This is all about Star Wars. Anyway, so what I'm saying is, like, so the hair, so they're like, Jesus, his hair went white and he's wearing glasses. Now, I've got to clarify. These are blue filter.
Yes.
Blue light filter glasses. So I don't actually need glasses yet. Although now the hair's gone grey, I'm starting to let myself go. I'm sure
it's a good look.
I'm sure it'll be in the post. It won't be too long.
It's a good look.
Right. So we've got some comments coming in. Matt Nippers. Hey guys. Hi Matt. How are you? Good to see you. Brian's in as usual. Evening lads. What is the booze of choice this evening? Andy's on. What did you say that was? Andy's on lilt. I am on. This is a Brew York one that I'm working on at the moment. I can't remember the name of it because the can is downstairs. Oh, hang on. It's Brew York. Matt's here now. Hey, welcome back, Matt.
You're right, Matt.
How you doing? Sorry about that. Technical difficulties.
It's all right.
Always the cam.
Always while the show. Always while the show's going on. I think
I've got to do a Star Wars. I've got to do a Star Wars quote here. Move the router out of the asteroid field so we can send a clear transmission.
Yes. So to answer your question, Brian, it's called Hast's Eagle New England DDH Pale 5.7%. That's what the can looked like, because I did take a picture of it before I came downstairs. If you're interested, but it's
what's
not
it? Hast Eagle.
Hast Eagle. Yeah, it's not bad actually. But I'm trying to work my way in gently now, because people may or may not know. Generally, like, if you're into craft beer, watching this podcast, I like the strongers, like the dippers and the neepers and stuff. But I'm just trying to ease myself in now with some with some not as strong ones. But generally, I prefer to be over 5% in general. Matt Nippers, Brew York are amazing. I assume you've tried Moss Eisley, Catherine. No, I haven't tried that yet. I believe they've also done the brewer at Donkey Stone keeps telling me about. That's Tom, if he's watching. He keeps telling me about one that they've done called Matthew McConaughey's, which I'm quite keen to try.
All right.
Unfortunately, I wasn't drinking it when we did the show, but we did a taster the other week, and I forget the name of the brewery, but there was a dipper that I picked up, which was called Fastest Hunk of Junk in the Galaxy, which of course jumped straight off the shelf at me.
What a piece of junk!
What a piece! It definitely made 0.5 past alcohol content. It was like, it was an 8%, 8-9% job.
Well, do you know how they call, like,
it's the sweet spot for me, that baby. Anyway, go on.
Paddy, you might know about this, but in Leeds they have the Otley Run where people go down and they have them everywhere, don't they?
Yeah,
and that's what I thought the Kessel Run was.
like a beer run.
Every bar on every planet in the galaxy.
See, that would have been brilliant.
Yeah,
I'd have paid money to watch Han Solo and Chewie get progressively pissed. Progressively more pissed by calling into different cantinas.
Do you know how they had to? In Solo. Sorry to mention it, but do you know how in Solo the ship gets ruined at the end? That could be why it's ruined, because Han's just like completely
crashing into everything, pissed.
Han and Chewie have had way too many dippers, and they're just like.
I think Chewie'd last longer than Han.
Oh. Yeah, Chewie's tolerance would be huge.
Well, you seen him in Solo? He's got 2 drinks and he literally just downs them, Chewie. Han's just got 1.
Well, I'm sure Han could handle it as well. You know what I mean? Yeah. But he was in his younger days. He was quite skinny and tall, wasn't he?
Yes.
You know what I mean? He ges stockier as the series goes on. So maybe
that's why George made him slower to react when the whole Han shot first thing.
Yes.
Maybe George went, actually he's more intoxicated in the special edition.
Yeah, it could have been that. You never know.
There you go, George. That'll stop people whinging about the hand shot. Yeah, but do you know what's so annoying about George? I love him. I think he's got a great sense of humor. He was wearing a shirt on what was it, the indie film, Indy 4, and it says hand shot first.
Yeah.
And I thought it was fake, but there's a few pictures of him in this brown shirt, and it's from every angle. And I'm like, that was real. He actually wore that shirt.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, you would not expect that from George, really, would you?
No. I mean, I've always thought he had a decent sense of humor, but not about his own films. But then when I saw that, I was like, oh, fair enough.
Incidentally, folks, just a tiny little bit of housekeeping once again. I know quite a few of the lads from work and other people commented on my Facebook version of the Club Star Wars video, and I didn't see them till after the show. Please, if you're doing that, there's a little thing which says grant StreamYard access to see your comments, and then I can see them. We can see them on the screen here. I'm trying to check back into Facebook this week just in case I miss anything. But in general, if you give all the permissions, it's not because they want to like spam you with crap. It's just so we can actually see it. Yeah. Because if you're on a page, then you can see things. It's not a problem.
Oh, it hides the user, doesn't it? That's what
it hides the user. Yeah, it hides the user. So yeah, I can't tell who it is. Right. So. Well, a few of the plans have gone awry this week. I put this thing out at the end of the show for a couple of weeks, haven't I? We want to do a fan focus. We want to hear from you guys, you out there, that is. About what it is, what you got into Star Wars, how you got into Star Wars, what it is you love about Star Wars, what's your particular, weapon of choice, your particular drug of Star Wars, like, are you collecting the toys? Are you like me, autograph and posters nerd, whatever, like Andy is as well? I unfortunately passed that disease on to him.
He started,
and he cursed me forever.
Yeah.
Matt, your cat wants to come in.
I was just looking like, what the hell's going on?
Just trying to beat the comments.
That's
So,
Bella.
Bella Tricks Lestrange.
I do open the door for her and she just sits there looking at me. So it's like, stay outside.
Like I say to you, Matt, I should have let you into this secret earlier. Cats, all wankers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
All wankers.
I don't agree with that. I'm sorry. I don't think all of them are.
Listen, I love cats, but
my two are wankers. Yeah, they are. Yeah.
As I think Billy said it best.
Oh, cats are wankers. Any
creature that stays when you move is a little bastard. So we haven't even moved, but Macca has moved. So I'm very bitter about the cats now. Jeannie was like, "Oh, we'll just get another cat." I was like, "Nope, I'm done with cats now. I'll fuss other people's. I love them. They're brilliant." So we're heralding in the age of the budgie next. So yeah, I haven't been able to get a budgie because I've had this cat for 8-9 years. Now it's like the cat's gone. Okay, it's budgie time. Luna's well excited. So, yes, we want to hear from you. If you want to join us on the show and do fan focus, talk about your thing, get in touch with us via hello there at clubstarwars.com, or just drop us a comment in the during the show. If you want to join while we're doing the show and discuss the things that we're doing, just drop us a message or an email, and we can send you a link so that you can join the show live.
I've got to do another quote. I've got to do another one.
Go on.
We would be honoured if you would join us.
Exactly. Perfect.
They've both been from the best Star Wars ever tonight. The Empire Strikes Back.
It is the best Star Wars. Apart from Last Jedi. But anyway,
there's a quote for every situation, isn't there?
What are you doing? What are you doing?
That's the only time I'm going to say that word tonight. Those 3 words. So yes. So we wanted to do fan focus. That's nobody's. In fact, one of my friends is going to come next week. So I believe Colin's going to come on next week. Matt, you're full of a cold and bunged up. So
I am. Yeah,
there was no way that you were going to record Force Focus, was there?
No. I tried. I attempted it, but it came across sounding.
Do we know who's next for you to do, Matt? What character's next?
Well, I was thinking. Yeah, I was thinking. What's it called? Wilro Hood.
Who?
I don't know that name.
Do you not know that one?
Say again. Say again.
Is he called Woodrow Hood or Wilro Hood?
Woodrow Hood.
Something like that. Yeah. Now you'll know about him when I start explaining.
I was going to say Woodrow Wilson.
He's the guy in Cloud City. You see running in the background, holding.
Oh, with the ice cream thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's got a background. He's got a bit of a tale to tell. So yeah.
I always like to think, because I watched The Mandalorian, because that's what the Imperial, what's he called? Werner Herzog's character. I don't know his name. Imperial Warlord. In
Werner the Herzog.
Yeah. And he's got all the Mandalorian Beskar in that thing.
Yeah, the ice cream maker.
And that was a reference to the ice cream maker. And then I watched that and I thought, then I watched Empire again after Mandalorian. And I was like, has that guy just literally grabbed that from the Empire and he's stealing it? And he's just like getting off with all this money.
All this money. Yeah.
Because that's what the Empire used to put the delicate material in.
It makes sense why he's clutching it so hard as he's running.
Yeah. I think
he just nabbed it off a stormtrooper.
Because
originally it was data. It was like he was taking the data with him.
Well, you've seen the tash on that character.
Yeah.
Could be porn files. He's got a porno tash, the guy, hasn't he, in The Empire Strikes Back?
Okay, yeah.
So it could be his porn files.
That's quite a leap. He's got a mustache.
All his porn data. I know.
It is the 70s, so yeah.
I'm all about tenuous links, not even tenuous links. Making links out of things that are poles apart.
Yeah.
That's how this podcast came together, to be fair. we pulled together a disparate group of individuals to talk about Star Wars in a beautiful way. So, coming back round to the point, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do it pretty much strictly a news show tonight. Yes. So, shall we start dipping into some of that? I just need to, pull up these things here. It's all a bit last minute this evening. Let's not start off with him.
You just did the Partridge voice. We're going, little finger just touched it.
My little finger just touched it. Your finger is about an inch from my gland. Right. Okay, can we go with the Deadline article, please, first, Matthew?
The Deadline article.
About the lady who is joining the certain cast thing. Right, okay, first of all, let's do... I think it's the second article down in the chat.
Is it?
Yes. From deadline.com.
I don't seem to have that one. Just give me a tickety-boo.
Okay. It's in our WhatsApp. It's not the direct.com one. I think you're looking at that.
Right.
Anyway, I'm going to do this first.
Deadline. Yeah.
Alrighty, and there we have it. Let's bring this up now. Okie dokie. Obi-Wan Kenobi series, Game of Thrones, and 4Life star Indira Varma set to join Disney Plus Star Wars spin-off. Exclusive Game of Thrones and 4Life star Indira Varma, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, is set to join Disney Plus's upcoming Obi-Wan Kenobi series. We understand. Star Wars prequel stars Ewan McGregor, I'm going to do it, and Hayden Christensen are already on board for the series, which McGregor recently teased was getting underway in spring. Varma's character details are under wraps, as are plot details on the drama, which is based on McGregor's prequel movie character. Christensen will prize his role as Darth Vader. The show is expected to take place between the final movie of George Lucas's prequels, Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope. Technically, that's not a prequel. McGregor also confirmed... sorry, Deadline. McGregor also confirmed last month that the series will be directed by Deborah Chow, who directed 2 episodes in the first series of The Mandalorian, and that it will use the same technology as Mandalorian, the stagecraft tech, in which the show's detailed SFX backgrounds are projected onto ultra-high resolution screens behind the actors. Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi is a pivotal character throughout the Star Wars movies, acting as mentor to Luke Skywalker, to whom he introduces the ways of the Force. He was portrayed by Alec Guinness in the original trilogy. Respected stage and screen actress Varma is well known for her small screen roles in series such as Rome, Game of Thrones, a particularly memorable term as Alaria said. She was very good in that. Carnival Row, and most recently ABC's 4Life. She was exec producer on UK series Indian Summer and also starred in Ridley Scott's movie Exodus, Gods and Kings.
Mm.
Was that a TV movie?
Exodus, Gods and Kings. No, wasn't Christine Bale in that one? Wasn't that
So it was
Moses?
a movie. Right.
I think so. Wasn't that the Moses one?
I don't know. I've never seen it. I didn't know Scott directed a movie about that.
2014 motion picture.
Yeah.
Interesting. Oh, I'll have to take a look at that. Okay.
It was biblical.
Disney, and it was absolutely biblical. Disney and Varma's reps were unable to comment. She is repped by Dalzell and Bursford, Gersh, and Principal Talent. Okay, good to know.
Okay.
That feels like information for a bit of information for the Star Wars autograph collector nerds at the end there, because now they know exactly what officers to write to stalk her for an autograph.
The only thing I've seen that actor in is Torchwood season 1. She played the person who's on the Torchwood team, but she takes the glove and tries to come back to life. She's good.
Yeah.
She's good.
But I've not seen.
So who was she in Game of Thrones?
I don't know. I had not seen Game of Thrones.
So you're gonna make me wrap my brains down. So is it? I can't even remember the different groups of people. So it's the family that kind of come in towards the end. And
She's called Elaria Sand.
Elaria Sand. Name. Yeah.
So 2014 to 2017.
It's the very idyllic sort of place where, oh Jesus, I can't remember a thing from Game of Thrones now. I've almost blocked it out after season 8. It's like it just kind of
like so disappointing, wasn't it? And I just forget it now. Just forget it.
It just seemed to sully the whole thing. Right, for people who's interested in it, let's just do a tiny bit of research here, because the fact that I just cannot retain any information is terrible about Game of Thrones. Well, I retained lots of it, and now it's just gone. Elaria Sand's a fictional character in the Song of Ice and Fire series of high fantasy novels. Yes. Elaria is the mother of 4 of Prince Oberon Martell's 8 bastard daughters. Her eldest, she was. I'm just trying to remember that. Dawn. Is it Dornish? The Dornish.
Dawn. Oh yeah.
Yes. She was. So.
Pedro Pascal's lover.
Yes, she's already got a connection to Star Wars because she was Pedro Pascal's lover in.
Yeah. In Brian just.
I can't help you at all.
Brian sorted that out while I was struggling.
Yeah.
And I completely missed that. Sorry, Brian, because I was floundering on Google. So, yes, Elaria Sand. She was Pedro Pascal's lover. Yeah. Pedro Pascal's wife. Yes.
Yeah.
In the show. Correct. Yeah. We got there. I got there without seeing those comments. So, sorry about that. Yes. So, that's kind of cool. She's already got a bit of sort of.
Yeah.
Was I just about to say she's already got some Star Wars DNA in her?
Oh God!
Thanks to Pedro Pascal. Oh dear! I'm going to say that without even considering the pun. That just came.
Yeah.
Oh,
another one!
Stop it!
Done it again!
So sorry. Go on.
Yeah, I've already seen a bit of speculation online about what her character could be I think people are hoping it'll follow the book Kenobi, the Legends novel.
Okay.
Which I have read and enjoyed immensely. It's a very good book.
Okay.
This was written. It was written the same year, if not the year before, Disney bought Lucasfilm. And
okay.
Yeah. And
it was the final throes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Creative freedom for the EU.
Yeah. Now, in the book, Obi-Wan does. I wouldn't call it a love interest, but there's something there. There's a connection between him and this woman on Tatooine. Now, if Disney are wise, they might go with that sort of storyline, and yeah, she could be playing that sort of friend of Obi-Wan, if you like, one for a better word. There's something there. There's a tension there between them.
Yes.
You know what I mean? In the novel, I don't think they actually cross the boundaries, but yeah, there's a tension there. So you never know.
Matthew commented in to say it was written before the Dark Times.
It was,
before the mouse. Yes,
before the moose.
Before the moose.
I'd be very surprised if they go down that novel route, because.
Well, I would be at this stage. But it's not like they totally ignored, the old novels, and they brought characters back, and
if she does play that role, Vader's gonna kill her.
Yeah, doesn't happen in the book, but you never know. I mean, they won't do exactly what's in the book, obviously, but
that could work, because I think she's got a kind of a sort of mysterious intriguing quality.
A bit of a mystique about her.
The actress. Do you know what I mean? So I think
she's exotic.
Yes, I don't think it would be a stretch to consider that even a Jedi's eye might be drawn to her.
Well, Kenobi
Hello there.
It is canon that Kenobi falls in love with Satine, but
that's right.
It's just not. That's not against the Jedi Code. Apparently, it's just attachment.
Forming a relationship.
Yeah.
More comments coming in. Yeah, that's interesting. Here we go. Obi-Wan might hook up with her to annoy Vader. He hated sand.
Of course.
I'll get me caught. Yeah.
Yeah. Alaria sand.
That's why Kenobi chose Tatooine.
Yes, see. Didn't Kathleen Kennedy say that there is no material for sequel trilogy, despite there being books and comics in the 1000s? Yes, she did say that. Yeah. I seem to remember a meme at the time. Was it like Cameron from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
Oh yeah,
like that to like the EU, a big pile of EU books. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But this, maybe that was, well, I'm assuming she didn't do her research anyway, but, was that her just like towing the party line, sort of trying to say, it's not canon, therefore there is no EU. We can't draw from it because we've decanonized it.
Or was that George? Because George was never fond of the book, should I say, sequel trilogy. He didn't like the whole Mara Jade thing, and that was a big part of those books. So it could be part of his contract saying, you do my stories or you come up with new ones.
They said, okay, we'll come up with our own.
No, all
right, we'll just make it up as we go along then.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Well,
which we'll come to in another article.
We shall come to that. We're not going to come to that yet. I want to just stick with the Obi-Wan line for now, as it's kind of it's quite closely connected to what we were just talking about. I want to go to this article from the Express next, if we could, Matthew. I'm just going to play from the Express. I'm just going to do this first of all. All right. So, before we start making this point, I just want to go back. So, Matt Nippers, who is our viewer, just in case you're interested, I'm going to update you now on the drinking habits. So, this is a kind of decent go-to good solid beer, and you can get it in the supermarket from Vocation. This would be Love and Hate, and it's a good solid NEPA, New England IPA banger, 7.2. So we're working up now. We're working up. But yeah, it's a decent beer. That'll cost you I think £3 in Tesco. So it's affordable and a very, very nice one. I mean, none of these beers are as good as Donkey Stones, obviously, but I've got to try and play the other side. Give the other side a voice, because that's what that's what true journalism is. So anyway, we're going over to this article from the Express. Let's just share that in there. And again, closely related to Mr. Kenobi. Star Wars 3. Obi-Wan Kenobi broke Jedi law by keeping Anakin Skywalker's lightsaber.
Well.
Ugh, the Royals. Star Wars legend Obi-Wan Kenobi may have gone against the Jedi Order when he collected Anakin Skywalker's lightsaber in the final moments of Revenge of the Sith, as revealed in new information from the High Republic Into the Dark, the latest book in the Star Wars series. Very popular on YouTube right now. The final battle between Obi-Wan Kenobi, played by Ewan McGregor, and Anakin Skywalker and Christensen was emotional. Star Wars: The Revenge of the Sith showcased Anakin's final transitioning to the dark side of the Force and becoming the bane of the galaxy, Darth Vader. After a tense battle, Obi-Wan utilized the high ground and sliced off Anakin's limbs with his lightsaber before taking Anakin's weapon and leaving him for dead. But that was a grave mistake on Obi-Wan's part. The latest Star Wars book, The High Republic Into the Dark, reveals the kyber crystals used within lightsabers were traditionally repurposed to commemorate fallen Jedi. Interesting. The kyber crystals are the catalysts inside lightsabers which create the powerful laser swords. That's George's favorite phrase. Laser sword.
Laser sword.
Powerful laser swords the Jedi used to fight with. So, into the dark Padawan, Reith Silas was shown the Jedi Temple's Kyber Arch while studying. The Kyber Arch is a monument built in the temple made out of kyber crystals from the lightsabers of dead Jedi. The arc is built thick at its base, naturally, with an extremely narrow path at the top. Sounds rather phallic. The structure was... the structure was that... I know, I've got it on the brain today. I don't know what's going on. The structure was then left in the Jedi Temple as a test for Padawans and Jedi throughout the generations. Jedi would be tasked with climbing the structure in an assignment described as advanced meditation technique. In Into the Dark, the Kyber Arch was described as beautiful, but acted as a reminder of the price their fellow Jedi had paid in the pursuit of justice over the past millennia. When Obi-Wan took Anakin's lightsaber, he shouted, "You were supposed to be the chosen one," before taking Anakin's lightsaber and leaving him to die on Mustafar. Much too far, Mustafar. In the next chronological movie, A New Hope, Ben Kenobi gives Luke Skywalker Anakin's blue-bladed lightsaber. When Obi-Wan kept Anakin's legendary blue blade after defeating him, he broke the rules of the Jedi legacy. That's retrospectively.
Naughty.
That's retrospectively now, obviously, with what they're saying here. The Jedi Knight should have used the crystal to add to the ever-growing Kyber Arch at the Jedi Temple, but we didn't know it existed then. However, considering Obi-Wan and Anakin were such close friends, it makes sense for the warrior to have struggled with the idea of giving up all that was left of him. Yes, plus maybe he also felt that... No, he can't have done because he gave it to Luke. I was just thinking maybe he felt that some of the evil may have been imbued into that lightsaber.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's more, the Jedi Temple had recently been overrun by the Clone Army and Sith, so he may not have been able to reach the Kyber Arch safely. True. Also, if Obi-Wan did not keep the lightsaber, he would have never been able to recruit Luke Skywalker as a new Jedi Knight in the following films, watching Luke from afar. The iconic weapon would also not be, that's terrible English there, they've not written it correctly, would not have been featured in Disney's sequel trilogy, with Rey, brackets Daisy Ridley, finding the weapon and couriering it back to Luke on Act 2, where he was so deeply moved he went. It was recently revealed Rey, actor Daisy, also had Spider-Man star Tom Holland join her on the sequel trilogy until the British heartthrob flubbed his Star Wars flubbed his Star Wars audition. I didn't know that. Holland confessed, "I remember my audition for Star Wars. I was like 4 or 5 auditions in, and I think I was auditioning for John Boyega's role. Interesting. I remember doing this scene with this lady, bless her, and she was just a drone. So I was doing all this like, we got to get back to the ship, and she was going bleep, bleep, bleep.
Gina Carano.
No. I just couldn't stop laughing. I found it so funny, and I felt really bad because she was trying really hard to be a convincing android or drone or whatever they're called. Come on, Tom, it's a droid. Yeah. You work for Disney under Marvel. You know, you should know these things. Yeah, I obviously didn't get the part. That was my best moment. So there you go.
When you were describing, I couldn't help but laugh when you were talking about all those crystals and lightsabers. I was just thinking of Grievous. Another fine addition to my collection.
Yeah, so
I mean, that's all retrospect, isn't it? Like you said,
it is.
Like we're going to just make this other part of the Star Wars lore up and then complain about the past because it doesn't line up properly.
Yeah. I mean,
so is it in one of these new books about this arch?
It's in one of the High Republic books, yeah.
Yeah.
Which I know you're looking forward to reading.
Well, if I had to read one for this show, I would go through that, and review it. But
because that in terms, like we've looked at some of the covers of the other ones, and done a little bit of kind of and read some of the synopses of some of the new books, and we were kind of like, that sounds really shit.
Yeah,
but that actually does actually garner a bit more interest for me, that one, to be honest. Just in terms of the themes it's dealing with, but I guess we'll see. Yeah, we shall see. So there you go.
I wasn't understanding why Kenobi broke the Jedi rules by taking that lightsaber. Is it because they were meant to take it back to the temple?
Yeah, because he's supposed to put the...
Well, I'm sorry, Code of the Jedi, but the Empire took over Coruscant, and it's a bit preoccupied. So can we forgive Kenobi for not doing that?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. I mean...
Absolutely.
Also, your father would have wanted you to have this when you were old enough, but your uncle wouldn't allow it.
Yeah. Yes.
That would have been ruined.
Yeah.
Exactly, it's the key.
Yeah.
Plus, the Express have clearly used it as a clickbait article to get you to read it.
So we fell for it again.
We did. We always fall for it on this show. So going back over to the comments, let's check this out from Matthew Ukuhart. I hope I'm pronouncing that correct. I'm going to say Matthew from this point onwards, just in case I've buggered it up. Matthew, all right. So the High Republic is popular on YouTube. On what planet have you seen the dislikes on every video that the Star Wars YouTube channels post? Yes, I have, yes. Matthew. I think you may have missed the intonation on my sarcasm there. Sometimes I can be like Tatooine dry with my sarcasm, so you may miss it. Like sometimes it's not even deadpan. I'll just say it as if you will believe it, as if I'm actually saying it seriously. So yes, I was being sarcastic about the fact that the High Republic was very popular on YouTube, because it isn't popular on YouTube. If you would like to know about why it isn't popular on YouTube, then go forth and do some research. You won't have to look very far. Okay, so let's move along with the next article. I think I'm going to be looking next, Matt, at again, let's stay with Obi-Wan. So I think we're going to move along to the Hayden Christensen thing from Screen Rant, if that works for you.
Yeah, sure thing.
Okay, beautiful. This is taken from ScreenRant.com. Hayden Christensen's Darth Vader return can redeem his final prequel moments. Can it though? Because they don't want to kind of do too mess up a New Hope, really.
No, exactly.
Anyway, let's...
Sparingly is the key. Use him sparingly.
Sparingly is the key. No! Right. Hayden Christensen...
Oh, is that what they're talking about? Just the no thing at the end of Revenge of the Sith?
Hopefully. Hayden Christensen's Darth Vader's return in Kenobi series could also give him a better ending than he thought in the Star Wars prequels. There's a lot to be excited about Hayden Christensen's up-and-coming appearance as Darth Vader in the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. But it also offers the chance of a much better send-off than the prequels. Since Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith, the actor has yet to make his return to the space opera. except for his voice cameo in Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. Was that Hayden's voice actually in there, or was it Darth Vader?
Yeah, no, it's
Anakin.
Hayden's.
Yeah.
What did we get?
He said, "Use the Force, balance the Force ray as I did."
Okay. Right. So, while his performance as Anakin Skywalker had a split reception over the years, he's become a celebrated member of the Star Wars family. The upcoming Obi-Wan Kenobi-led series has been in development for years, but it's only recently that Lucasfilm really started talking about it. Announced at 2019's D23 Expo, bloody hell, was that long ago? Filming has been delayed a couple of times as they push back its release. Plot details are still firmly kept under wraps, surprise, surprise. But it was announced in December 2020 during Disney Investor Day that Christensen is returning as the Sith Lord, setting up the imminent face-off between the Jedi Master and his former apprentice/friend. Since Obi-Wan Kenobi will take place 10 years after the events of Revenge of the Sith, it's been several years since Anakin assumed his Darth Vader persona. At this point, it's safe to assume he's already started to accept his new identity and was fully functioning as Emperor Palpatine's right-hand man. Given this, even if he doesn't get a chance to duel with Obi-Wan again, this opportunity would be more than enough to rectify his disappointing outing as the Sith Lord. It could be remembered that following his emotional battle with his former Jedi Master on Mustafar, the next time he was seen, he was being outfitted with his mechanical suit, which became Darth Vader's iconic aesthetic, even though it wasn't symmetrical. Subsequently, he learned that Padme Amidala has died, resulting in a highly memed reaction of him screaming. Christensen's return as Darth Vader instead of Anakin would give the actor the chance to have a better final scene as the iconic villain than he did in Revenge of the Sith. Good point. While this massive Star Wars casting is confirmed, specific details about the actor's involvement are still firmly under wraps. Aside from his rematch with Obi-Wan, not much has been revealed with regard to the extent of his appearance. Considering the Obi-Wan Kenobi project is supposed to be a limited series, there's not much time to really explore other narratives except for its lead character's arc in the show. As exciting as it is to think it would feature more of Darth Vader, chances are this won't be the case since he's essentially a side character in the story. The focus of the story should primarily be on Obi-Wan. Nevertheless, as Rogue One, a Star Wars story proved, Lucasfilm can still make Darth Vader's involvement in the Obi-Wan series memorable despite a limited screen time. The Sith Lord only appeared in a few brief scenes in the Star Wars spin-off and still has his hallway scene quickly became one of his most iconic scenes ever. Hopefully his upcoming appearance lives up to
Don't unshare yet. Sorry.
Don't share yet? Okay.
Can you scroll back up to that picture of Vader? Little bit of trivia for you here. That one, yeah.
Yes.
So that's a shot from the teaser of Revenge of the Sith.
All right.
The teaser trailer. In the actual film, Vader's arms are down by his side. They're not up like Frankenstein.
Yes.
And do you know why that happened? Because when the teaser trailer came out, fans kicked off. George listened and he changed it.
Really?
Yep. True story.
I mean, why did they kick off?
I think it was a Frankenstein thing. They said it looks too much like Frankenstein. Or they just thought it looked goofy. I don't know. It was either Frankenstein or Goofy or a bit of both. But yeah, in the movie, his arms are down by his side.
Yeah, it looks nothing like Goofy. Fair. I mean, fans kick off for the strangest reasons. But George changed it. He listened to the fans, did he?
He did, yeah.
He did. I do find that weird that they were kicking off about it because of the fact that they thought it was like a Frankenstein's monster thing. Because surely that's kind of what that scene is, really.
Yeah. It is, isn't it, really, when you think about it?
It's alive.
You've got the lightning going on outside as well, the thunderstorm.
Well,
and you've got the mad scientist of the Emperor, like, nearby, laughing and cackling.
Yeah.
He's alive.
He's alive! He's not being put together with little bits of bodies. He's being put together with
Yeah.
Robotic, mechanical bits, but it's there, isn't it? The Frankenstein sort of thing's there.
So sorry, George, you were wrong to bend to their will.
Yeah. You should have kept it, isn't it?
Yeah. No, I think that kind of works. So let's just unshare that for a second. Matt, hang on. Matt, Vader is terrifying in Fallen Order. Very good portrayal of how powerful he is.
He is. It's like the Rogue One Vader.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very, very good.
Facebook user. I'm going to see if I can try and find this. I don't know if you're commenting in the... Sorry, the sound came on there, and yeah. Did you hear any of that? It's like I was playing back part of the broadcast or something. Sorry, yes. So Facebook user, thank you very much for your comment I'm about to bring up now. I don't know who you are because I'm assuming you're either commenting in the Club Star Wars Facebook group or on my personal Facebook wall. If you are, please allow StreamYard the permission to let us see your comments because I don't know who you are. But I'm going to put Facebook user. Could have been shot in black and white. Would have been awesome.
Oh, is that reference to the Frankenstein thing?
Oh,
yeah.
Well,
Yeah, absolutely. Would have been brilliant. And it's a shame because no, they couldn't have done it. Would have been brilliant to have Peter Cushing in that scene in that case. And you've just like...
Well, they had a look-alike, didn't they?
They did.
I mean,
They could. Yeah. I mean, they probably could have done it.
So you've bridged the Hammer horror gap there.
Yeah.
Hi, it's Dave. It's Dave in the States. Hi, Dave. All right, mate. How's it going? Hope you've been blasting out some Supergrass today, my friend.
So Hayden's back as Vader. Very exciting.
Yeah.
I doubt he's going to be Vader in the costume all the time. I imagine it'll be for us to see it.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? It's got to be. It's got to be Anakin Vader.
I think if they do some flashbacks of real life McGregor and Hayden as in some of the Clone Wars scenes that we didn't get to see in live action, it'll make Revenge of the Sith even more heartbreaking.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Because they've already, season 7 of Clone Wars has already done that. I watched Revenge of the Sith last week. It's the first time I've seen it since I watched season 7 of Clone Wars, and it's absolutely stunning. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
The 4 episodes of the Clone Wars makes Revenge of the Sith twice as good as it ever was.
Aye.
It's great. I just wish George would have split Revenge of the Sith, thinking about it, into 2 films. To spend more time with the turn-in, because the turn's a bit quick. Like that article just said, 10 years after Revenge of the Sith, and Vader's by now come to the right-hand man of the Emperor. He was the right-hand man within a few minutes.
Well, he was, right at the start.
In Revenge of the Sith. He just did, I pledge myself to your teachings, I'll do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Literally 2 minutes, 10 minutes ago, he was a Jedi.
Killed him on the cousin.
But not a Jedi Master. Not a Jedi Master. And then 10 minutes later, he says, I can save Padme, who you know is going to die like your mother and all that stuff. And then, I'll just go slaughter all the Jedi, including the kids.
Yeah.
He died pretty quickly.
Yeah, I did.
Also, I don't know if you know this. You know, in episode 3, Anakin's really angry. They won't make him a master. And in Revenge of the Sith, it doesn't say why. It's because he wants to be able to go into the archives to see if there's a way to cheat death. And only masters can go in there. And then when he goes to see Palpatine in the film, he says, I know there are things about the Force that they're not telling me. And Palpatine says, they don't trust you, Anakin. So that's what all that was. And I was like, George, you should have put that in the movie. That would have give you even more license.
Scene could have done that.
Yeah. Well, that's why he's so angry about it. Yeah.
Yeah. He should have done a Peter Jackson, released a 4-hour version.
Well, Paddy knows, but spoke to Jake Lloyd about the 3.5-hour, 4-hour Phantom Menace cut.
Yeah.
There's piles and piles of it. I'm so. It's absolutely gutting that wasn't a a broadcastable conversation. Unfortunately, and I don't know that we'll ever get to have a broadcastable conversation with Jake now. After what happened and stuff, Jake's kind of not a public figure anymore. Jake, you won't be listening, but we wish you all the best. And the experiences I had of him, he was lovely. I had 2 or 3 really great conversations with him via Skype, and I found him to be very, very smart and nice guy, and he kind of he'd re-embraced it by that point.
I was saying to you when you were speaking to him at the time, Paddy, and I remember saying it's nice that he was so pleasant with you and open, considering what that kid went through.
Oh God, yeah,
horrible. It's the same thing that happened to Ahmed Best with Jar Jar, but I'd say it's worse because he was so young.
Yeah.
Like, what was he, 9 years old? I mean, come on.
Yeah. So
it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible.
Sorry. Matt's questioning about the 4-hour-long cut of Phantom Menace. Okay, so they don't make reference of this in the making of the Phantom Menace video, do they? But when you, I feel like, isn't it the first cut that they watch in that cinema?
Yeah.
In the documentary where George is like, I may have gone too far and blah blah blah.
A few places. Yeah.
Right. And now, obviously, he's like, they're like, well, we've got to cut it down and whatever else and blah blah blah. But the problem was that he'd structured it in such a way that he couldn't lose too much of it, otherwise, because the story wouldn't make sense.
Yeah.
Now, I'm sure that's true, but so what I'm saying, Matthew, to you and to everybody else who's listening is, I once had a personal conversation with Jake Lloyd where he told me about the fact that the first screening of the Phantom Menace that he got to see was a cut of the film that was 3.5, 4 hours long. So it was super, super long. There was loads more stuff in it. And this is not unusual in Hollywood, in terms of filmmaking anyway.
Yeah.
You shoot a load of stuff, you shoot more than you probably need to shoot, coverage and whatever, and extended scenes, and your first cut is throwing all those things together into one space so you can go, right, okay,
then you chop it up.
What's the main themes of the story? What's the point A to point B of that particular scene? Do we need all that other stuff?
Yeah.
That's
does the pacing slow down here? Do we need this bit? Can we speed it up here?
Exactly, all that stuff. So it's not unusual for the first cut of a film to be super long. Mm-hmm. And yes, there was in existence at some point, I'm sure we will never get to see it, a 4-hour cut of the Phantom Menace, and I know that to be a fact because I was told by somebody who was in the Phantom Menace.
Do you know? I know something about that scene that you were talking about. You listen carefully, because I'm a loser. They don't show you them watching the film. They just shows you a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. It says Star Wars. If you listen, that's the A New Hope soundtrack version of the main title. It's not even been recorded yet by John Williams. So because I've seen, I can't say too much, but I've seen the sheet music for the Phantom Menace, and it does not correlate with the movie, what you see.
Right. So they were just cut and pasted the music.
An assembly cut.
From A New Hope.
Yeah, if you want to know how bad that assembly cut is, listen to what's called the Phantom Menace Ultimate Edition soundtrack. It's awful.
All right,
It's badly cut up together. But the music that's presented at the end of the Phantom Menace is not what Williams intended, and that's why it's a hodgepodge of cutting things together. Right. But also that thing you were saying, Paddy, it's quite commonplace for films to be very long. Like Lord of the Rings must have been 10 hours each one.
Oh Jesus, can you imagine?
To get to the 4.5 hour cut of Return of the King, it must have been like double that. But if you want some more, obviously there's the official release deleted scenes from the Phantom Menace, and from the DVD that came out in 2000 or 2001, and then you've got even more deleted scenes on the Blu-ray And then if you want more, watch the making of the fighting in The Phantom Menace with Ray Park, Ewan McGregor, and Liam Neeson. There is fully rendered rotoscope lightsaber footage of more of that fight in that footage.
Right.
I've not even seen that, to be honest.
So.
Yeah, there's only a few more shots, but you can see that fight was much bigger, even near towards the end. Like they've done all the visual effects in the power room in Theed on Naboo.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a few extra shots in there, and Ray does some pretty cool spinny stuff. It's a really cool shot of Ray doing it, but it got cut.
Yeah, well, there you go. Just going back into the comments, sorry, Brian came on to say he was supposed to kill Shaq T after turning, but they cut the scene, making the transition to the dark side killer a bit more jarring.
I think that's on what Brian's referring to there is in the making of Revenge of the Sith book, there was a shot of Hayden in the in the outfit with the hood up, and Shaq T's meditating, but they actually shot the footage of him doing it in the Blu-ray in 2011, but the footage of Shaq T being cut up as well was used as the deleted scene from Revenge of the Sith where Grievous kills her.
Right. Okay.
Shaq T in this throughout the variations of the script. There's loads of memes about this. She dies 3 times. Like, did George not like this character or something?
She just won't die.
She was probably based on a cat, I imagine.
Yeah.
See what I did there. So Matt's coming again with another comment. The Duel of the Fates lyrics always make me laugh. Andy, I think
they're not funny.
Andy, can you expand on that?
I think you're looking at that YouTube video where someone's phonetically thought of. It looks like they're saying corn on the cob or something, but they're not. They're singing Sanskrit words, and it's a translated Welsh poem from Welsh into Sanskrit called "The Battle of the Trees," which John Williams chose. So it's not funny. The lyrics are
funny, but corn on the cob's funny.
Yeah, yeah. Kora Ratama. I can't remember all the lyrics, but it's the poem goes something like, "Under the tongue root, a fight most dread, while another rages in the back of the head." I think it's a poem, like it's a Welsh poem translated into Sanskrit.
Wow, Sanskrit.
Yeah.
Why don't you keep it Welsh?
I don't think it had the quality. John Williams says he chose Sanskrit because of the quality of the vowels. Kora, Dura, Kora, Ratama, all that. Welsh wouldn't translate as aggressively musically, I don't think.
Right.
But yeah, it's John loves nature, and he has these fascinations with poems that talk about nature, and that's what the Duel of the Fates actually is.
Right.
Mm.
Deep, doesn't
losing
it?
You there.
That's what I love about these films, how deep they go.
Say that again, Mike. You broke up.
Oh, you lost me.
Start again. Yeah.
Did I? Sorry. Yeah. I was just saying how deep it goes with the music, and you don't even realize
the amount of detail John puts in. If you notice in some shots when McGregor and Neeson come back into frame to fight Maul in the Phantom Menace, the horns come in and go dun 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 dun, and George says to John, "I need a fighting back theme for the Jedi." That's what that line is. A lot of people think it's Darth Maul's theme, which they wrongly used in Solo.
Oh,
dun dun dun,
okay.
dun 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 is not Darth Maul's thing. Williams wrote that for the Jedi in the fight.
Yeah.
Maul is Kora Ratama, and then when they're going Kora, then the horns go dun 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 dun, battling for space in the musical mix world.
Right. Yeah. That's the duel. That's the Duel of Fates. Yeah.
And then the dun 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 is the frenetic rhythm track that goes underneath. It's genius. Duel of the Fates is unbelievable. All the Star Wars music's great, but Duel of the Fates is always a standout cue.
It's an amazing piece. I remember.
I'm sorry, Matthew, it made you sad.
Why is he sad? Because he's not
it's
funny.
that because
Corn on the cob's funny.
Because it's not funny.
Yeah. If you go on YouTube and just put Jewel of the Fates lyrics in, I think it comes up with that, and it's
yeah, that's funny.
To be fair, Matt, if you're if you come into the show to kind of eke out some further information on John Williams, or just try and get a bit of a joke out of the Star Wars music, you're probably going to be shot down in flames, and then you're going to find out exactly what it means, because he's the world's leading expert on John Williams.
Because I don't go outside and speak to people. That's why I just doing this.
He has no windows.
It's got nothing to do with COVID.
That room has no windows. It's just
it's a bunker.
Yeah, it's a
Williams bunker.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that he's there and you can see him. It's so bad.
That's actually John Williams.
Yeah, he's the only one who's allowed to walk around the country. He's COVID exempt.
He's being injected with a serum that keeps him still while we do the show.
We need to see him live, don't we, Pads?
Oh, absolutely, dude! If that gets announced, I'm so there.
Yeah,
John Williams in Berlin. Yes, please.
He said he was going to come back to London, so that could still happen.
Oh well, yeah. I'll do London.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I'd love to do. I've always wanted to do Berlin anyway.
I wouldn't mind doing Berlin.
And that would
getting tickets for John Williams. I had to become a patron of the Royal Albert Hall to get tickets.
Did you?
Yeah. They went like that.
Oh, right. Absolutely. Yeah,
it was crazy. Absolutely.
I'll have to watch the dishes.
Well, they'll film it hopefully.
I just want to bring this comment.
Yes, sorry.
I just want to bring this comment up before it's too late to kind of add the joke. So you were talking about the
Welsh.
The Lord of the Rings. Why did I say Lord of the Rings? I'm having a brain fart. Jewel of the Fates. We're using Welsh. Matt raised a very good point. Too much phlegm in Welsh.
Too much.
You're right.
Do you know what's really weird? I'm gonna come off all my street cred that anyone ever thought I had is going now. But I did. I can't play it on the stream because we'll get copyright strikes. But Jewel of the Fates is in music what we call a minor key, and I put the chorus into a major key, and my friend Carl, who's a classical musician, said it sounds oddly Welsh.
Right.
Putting it in a major key made it sound Welsh, so I don't know.
Oh, well, there you go.
I'll have to put it on the page one day.
We've had another comment in from Facebook user. I'm going to say it's Dave in America because you're the only one who's been commenting on without the permissions. So I'm going to say it's Dave. If it's not Dave, then I do apologize. Here's a question for you. How old is R2D2? He seems to be what? I'm not sure what you're going to say. He seems to be young at the beginning, we're going to say? I don't know.
He's from Naboo, isn't he? R2D2.
Yeah. Well, we see
he does look pretty new in the Phantom
from Naboo, because that's where we first meet him, isn't it?
Yeah, he is from Naboo. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he could have been around the galaxy a long time before that. I don't know. But no, I think he is. He's part of that ship, isn't he? He's part of that.
Yeah, he's just sat on that ship.
He's part of that cruiser, Astro Droid, to help repair it.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Yes.
So, yeah. Okay. Yeah. There
He's
you
the
go.
one. He's the one who bumps into Jar Jar in the film, and then he goes, and then Jar Jar goes, "How woo!"
Yeah. That's right.
That's when we first meet him.
So he's as old as the Queen's ship.
Yeah.
How old? However that is, maybe. Yeah.
Is he? Yep. Is he 100 years old? I don't think that old. Maybe. I don't know. Let's see. I'd say let's hazard a guess. If in the Phantom Menace he is.
There's Alexa. She's not in here.
You probably just set everybody's device up.
Apologies, everybody. Just set everybody's.
Somebody did that on telly last year.
Let's do this out of interest.
Annoying.
What we go? Well, 3PO was made a few years before the Phantom Menace, so they must be about the same age.
Here we go. Are you ready? Are you ready for this? This is according to Google. Because first of all, let's do the conjecture. So I was thinking, like, let's say the Queen's ship is probably newish. I mean, how long's she been how long's she Queen Amidala? She's about what?
She's
12
pretty
she's
young.
13, isn't she? 12 or 13.
14,
in Phantom Menace.
Yeah, the ship's not that old. It's not got any scratches on it. It's pretty highly polished.
So let's say the ship is the same age as her. Right? And R2 was a new robot, so he's like maybe the same age as Amidala.
No, he was built just before the Phantom Menace.
He was built just before the Phantom Menace.
And according to Google, have you already got this up?
No, not yet. Go on.
He's it says he's 66 in The Force Awakens.
Oh, I was burying the lead. I was burying the lead. I was going to get there, but yeah, you're right. R2D2 apparently, Dave, is. Oh, hang on, just to make this point first. Yes, you stumped us.
It's not hard. It's not hard to do.
Well, I don't know. I reckon Andy probably would have figured it out before either of us.
Yeah. Well, he's got Google.
In my mind.
In my mind.
Star Wars headcanon.
R2D2 is exactly 66 years old because The Force Awakens happens 34 years after A New Hope, which happens 32 years after The Phantom Menace. It says that he was built right before The Phantom Menace started. So from there, we can count the dates between the movies, and there we go. Okay?
They don't make astromech droids like they used to.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's from...
He's retired now, surely.
That's from sci-fi.stackexchange.com.
Right.
Oh, hang on. It says, how old is R2D2 and where does he originate from? Sorry. Oh, this is interesting. According to the Lucasfilm timeline, R2D2 was just before 32 BBY, before Battle of Yavin, manufacturer Industrial Automation. Did you know that?
No.
That it was manufactured by Industrial Automation?
I've got enough street cred not to know that.
It sounds... It sounds like a Jeff Bezos company to me. Reference of BBY from movie. The battle to destroy Star Wars and Star Wars New Hope. Yeah. The story of Star Wars Phantom Menace happened in 32 BBY.
I love that A New Hope's like the center of gravity for time in Star Wars.
Yeah.
BBY.
Here we go. Let's just...
As it should be.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
This Stack Exchange, Sci-Fi Stack Exchange, seemed almost like a Reddit kind of thing because it's like, this is where I'm reading from. There's just the other answer on this thread. Let's just read that. R2D2 was essentially a generic astromech droid. He was purchased as a maintenance droid for the Queen's ship, one of several. He was brand new, one owner at the start of Phantom Menace. He may have been on the ship for a few months, but not much longer. His first mention in the Star Wars universe, according to Wikipedia, which takes into account the extended universe, is his appearance in Episode 1. R2D2 is basically a standard droid who developed his personality and status over time as he became involved in major events. Nothing quite as colourful as C-3PO's origin story. Droids in the Star Wars universe are occasionally memory wipes so not to build up personality quirks. This hasn't happened with R2D2, but it explains why he's unique.
No, there you go.
R2 kept all the secrets to himself as well.
Yeah, because most people couldn't understand what he was talking about. That's why half the time when
Luke Skywalker could.
Yes. This is true.
That's true. Luke is to R2D2 what Han Solo is to Chewie.
Yeah.
So you see in Empire when he's flying from Hoth to Dagobah, he's speaking to R2, but
he's reading it.
He's reading it on the screen, isn't he?
That's all right, R2. We're going to the Dagobah system.
Yeah.
Yeah. But hang on a minute.
When he lands on the ship on the thing with Yoda,
and he still can do it.
He still can understand him. Yeah.
Right. Quick learner.
Yeah, it does because. Why
doesn't R2D2 say, "Hey, do you know how I'm like stabilizing your X-wing now? I did this for your dad, Anakin." Oh, would you look at that guy? He's now got a black suit on, and he shot me in his TIE fighter. when it's only one film ago that we were buddies.
Yeah.
But no, he doesn't. He just keeps it all to himself.
All to himself, a little bugger.
Yeah.
And why don't why
is he really a nearsighted scrap pile? I don't think so. Anyway, go on.
No. I mean, why can't they put a little voice, digital voice box inside these R2 units so you can actually understand what they're saying? Why did it have to be
in the script?
Oh yeah, good point.
Do you know what? I wouldn't have put it past. Thank you for not doing it in the sequel trilogy, because that would have driven me mad. But even the newer BB-8 models don't. They beep as well. But it's just a tradition. It's just all arrows point to A New Hope. So
yeah, I mean, how boring would ringtones be if they just without them beeps? On a new Star Wars R2 ringtone,
that's what I loved about R2 and 3PO is they bicker. You don't even know what R2's saying, but because of it's 3PO's dialogue, you kind of guess what it is.
Yeah.
Can you remember? Speaking of what you were just mentioning there, Matthew, can you remember the excitement of the advent of polyphonic ringtones?
Yeah. Yes,
I remember this. I'm old enough to remember this.
Yeah.
So I remember
programming other people's phones because I was like making ringtones, so they didn't have
polyphonic
to pay.
Was that on the old Nokias?
But they were all Star Wars, obviously.
No, I didn't know you could do that. But I
remember
the
old Nokias. They had the Twin Suns as a ringtone.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. Is this related to your comment, Matt?
Like Knight Rider, Matt. I know. Yeah. Is that with the voice?
You mean what? As in what? It translates. What point were you relating to there, Brian?
Kit talks, doesn't he? The car.
The kit talks. Yeah. It doesn't beep or anything, but yeah. Yeah. R2,
oh right. Yeah.
The same sort of thing as Knight Rider.
Yeah.
Kit.
Yeah, it wouldn't be. It wouldn't work as well, would it?
No.
I think what makes
Partridge quote here. I could have been R2d2. Anyway,
do you know? I think it's closely related to what you were saying. It's a clever plot device that allows him to be involved in all of these things and not be able to impart that information to other characters or let them know that he was there before.
Yeah.
So you can put that character back in situations without him having to make reference to it. C-3PO gets his memory wiped so that he can't relate to those things. However, I think that's why C-3PO is always giving him shit, because he's kind of like, you're fucking nuts or whatever, and he's kicking him and whatever. It's because R2 actually knows what's going on. And C-3PO almost like becomes like a baby again. So he's kind of like, Jesus Christ, how do you not understand what's going on? Like, we've been here before.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know what you're talking about because this is all new to me.
Do you want to talk about a character who definitely has had the memory erased? Ben Kenobi in A New Hope doesn't recognize R2D2 at all.
No, that's right.
Or does he recognize him and go, oh shit, I don't want to tell Luke that that's his dad's droid?
I don't know though. Is it another one of his lies?
I think it's a lie. It'd have to be, because how could he forget R2D2? They go on missions together. In Revenge of the Sith, they're on a mission together, and Kenobi's like, R2, we need to be going up, not down, all that at the beginning of the film.
Yeah.
So, and he's been Luke, Anakin's droid for so long. Come on.
I think it's a lie because he does the, his first thing is, hello there, don't be afraid, all that.
Yeah.
But, oh, don't worry, he'll be all right. But then he's almost kind of like, after that, he's spoken to directly. He's not gone to R2 or anything like that, probably in case Luke's listening. And then he goes, and then he does I don't ever seem to remember owning a droid.
Yeah.
Very interesting, and then change the subject type thing. So I think it's one of his many lies.
Do you know what that bit you just quoted where he goes, very interesting, saved by the Tusken Raiders?
Yeah.
Oh, cheers, Tusken Raiders. You got me out of that.
Cheers, Tusken Raiders. You've changed your sound as well over the years.
Every time George has touched that movie. He's edited the Han back to this again, the Han Greedo scene every time.
Yeah.
And he's improved it with every version.
The latest one, the McClunky.
It is the best.
What
McClunky.
What the hell? Why?
McClunky. I think it was. I think including the word clunky was probably quite wise. Because it was clunky as fuck. Everything that he's done with that scene.
Yeah. Over my dead body.
Yes, I bet you have. Anyway, moving right along. We've done. Wow, has all this just come from the Kenobi stuff? We've not even looked at any of the other articles yet.
Kenobi.
See, you can just so easily do a news show. We keep forgetting how easy it is to do. Right. What is the? Do we want to do? Oh, hang on. We've got a comment coming, so we might just continue on. When I watch it in my head canon, is that the emphasis he puts on owning implies that he sees R2 as an equal?
Maybe. I mean, that's perfectly valid headcanon. Yeah.
I mean, I doubt that Lucas had it in his mind that R2 would be Anakin's droid when he wrote A New Hope.
No, definitely not. No.
It all works.
But you can slot it in somewhere and say, like, yeah, I never remember owning a droid, which is true.
Yeah,
he never
owned. True, he never did. Yeah.
He never owned a droid. I mean, R4,
what I told you was true from a certain point of view.
Was R4 his droid?
In the prequels, yeah, and then the Buzz tries rip it apart in Revenge of the Sith. R4D4, I think.
Yeah, so he did own a droid.
R4D4 is the... What's that, the red one? That?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the red one that he doesn't buy instead of R2D2, right?
Yeah. It's got a bad motivator.
No, R4D4 is the red one, but Kenobi has an R4 red one
for his Starfighter.
It's literally R2 but red.
He just calls it R4, doesn't he?
Yeah, but
you never get to find out.
The stunt coordinator Nick Gillard. He says to George in the making of, he says, R4 is just R2 with red paint, and then George says, you want to be careful what you say about R4 because you can get bopped on the head real quick. And he's like pretending to beat him up.
See, if George Lucas had been me when Nick Gillard said that, I'd have been like, "Welcome to Star Wars."
Yeah. We repurpose things here.
We repurpose things and put different colored paint on them. And hey, guess what? Not only does that create a new character, but it creates a new faction figure very cheaply.
Yes.
It's perfect. So do you know what, guys? I don't want to do any of the other news articles that we lined up.
No.
And I'll tell you for why, because I think it'll just send us down a line that we've not been down all night, which for me,
rabbit's hole.
I can't be bothered with.
I think, we're getting up to near the hour and a half mark anyway.
I think we certainly are, so that'll do me.
Anything longer than that, nobody wants to watch it on a rerun.
Yes. So yeah, is there anything else we particularly want to talk about? What have we got? Do we know about anything that's coming up in terms of releases and things? In terms of not books, but I don't know, other stuff.
The Bad Batch is.
Oh yes, is it 4th of May?
Yeah, the Bad Batch. I mean, I enjoyed the Bad Batch when it was out first time round, so that'll be something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm very happy that Clone Wars can continue under a different name. It's essentially the same thing, but
basically the same thing, isn't it?
Every badge that you fool.
Yeah.
But it's just it's like the Raggy Dolls in space, isn't it? Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Raggy dolls.
Dolls
like you and me. Raggy dolls.
Yeah.
They've put
made him perfectly.
Bad Batch of clones. That's what it is, isn't it? You know.
Return of the Jedi live in concert has come back because it got cancelled because of COVID, but dates all around the UK have opened, but a lot of there's barely any tickets left. So
already
Manchester Bridgewater Hall, they're doing it in there.
Can we go?
We're still waiting to hear from Star Wars Fan Fun Day as well. When their new dates will be. But as soon as they come up,
I'm going to buy tickets for the Blade Runner with a 9-piece band at Bridgewater Hall.
Ooh, nice.
So all the synth stuff live, which for me is just
will be wicked.
Will be porn, I think.
Yeah.
If I could do Jedi as well, great. I mean, I'm still absolutely crest, heart, and everything else fallen about the fact that I didn't get to see Empire or A New Hope, but mainly I didn't get to see Empire 2 with orchestra to screen. But if I can,
it'll happen again. It will happen again.
If I can do Jedi, then great.
It's me.
Hey, it's me. Did you see? I don't know if you guys who are watching, if you've been into the Club Star Wars Facebook group, that it's generally a place where we post the show and don't get much reaction, but then we post memes and get massive reactions to them.
That's what the internet's for now.
Nobody really cares about the show on that group, which is fine. It's just a place for people to share memes and just have a laugh.
Why don't we do meme reactions on the show?
I think we should do meme reactions on the show.
A meme show. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been saying for ages we should do meme of the week.
That should be our biggest viewed show ever, if you think about it.
It's memes of the week. But I forget the point I was going to make. We did one of the memes that we shared. Oh yeah, it's the replacing words, isn't it, in Star Wars quotes?
Oh right, yes.
So this week was like replace a word in a Star Wars quote with sausage. Yeah. And then the previous week was that was it. It was
May the sausage be with you.
May the sausage be with it. It was you're in a lift.
Right.
And you fart just as you're about to leave the lift.
Sounds like me.
And you have to hit them with a Star Wars quote to explain this situation. Okay.
Yeah. Go on.
So following on from what Andy said, one of mine was, "Hey, it's me."
Yeah.
It was like, that's perfect.
I love you.
I know. Yeah, I know.
I have put an original meme I made for Battlefront 2 in the WhatsApp group if you want to pull it up, just for one meme.
Can I pull this up on screen? Want me to put it on the Club Star Wars on the show screen right now?
Can you do that?
I can. Just give me a few minutes.
It's a crossover meme I made about Battlefront 2.
Not minutes, but give me a second. Continue speaking while I try and.
I can't think. What Matt? Did you put one of those elevator jokes in and a line? Did you put "I love you"? I know.
I don't know. I just said that. I don't think I put it.
I can't think of.
There was some absolute belters in there.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh. Shit.
Well, you could do Han's line from Empire. I thought they smelled bad on the outside.
Yeah.
I think that one may have come into play. There was quite a few.
There's some great memes you can do, like something like replacing, like, in certain situations, what Star Wars, like if you're getting down and dirty with the missus, what Star Wars line would you say? You know.
Yeah, I've seen a few of them online.
Look at the size of that thing.
I thought they smelled bad on the outside.
Yeah, there's
that. Right. Okay, here we go. Now, bearing in mind this is kind of lengthways, so I don't know how visible it'd be on this screen, but
oh no, that's good.
Yeah.
And for you, Stormtrooper, I give you the light of Orlando. It may be a light for you. All the lights go. Yeah. Ewok Hunt. Yeah.
If anyone's played Ewok Hunt, they know what that is.
Yeah. That's a good mode on that game. It is. I enjoy that game.
It's terrifying. I don't like it.
It's like Star Wars horror.
Paddy, it's a bit like Slenderman. You've got to preserve your torch on your Stormtrooper blaster, and it goes out and then you can't see fuck all like that meme, and then the Ewoks kill you.
You can actually play as the Ewoks though, which is pretty cool.
When you die, you become an Ewok, don't you?
Yeah.
So, am I gangster tripping, or did we? Was it one of our predictions for like Rise of Skywalker or something? I feel like we came up with an idea where they bring the Ewoks back, but they're like been possessed by the dark side or something.
That's when we thought the Death Star shot from the trailer, it was Endor, and I said if the Ewoks went rummaging through the Death Star and the essence of the dark side of Palpatine was in there, then it could turn them nasty and evil. And when our heroes go there.
You've got fucking photographic memory, haven't you?
I'm like Sheldon from Big Bang Theory.
You are. I don't know how you can remember exactly what was said. I'm so well. I think I've abused my brain too much over the years, and it's just I find it incredible how you do that.
Do you think it's the lack of alcohol?
Probably
because I don't drink.
Yeah, it could be. No. I just think your brain is mapped that way.
You're just
like I'm really good at remembering useless shit, but like the exact words from a conversation a year ago, forget it. I can't do that.
Yeah.
I don't know. You can recite the original trilogy quotes.
Yeah,
all of them.
Much. Yeah,
that'd freak most people out.
Freaks the missus out.
Yeah.
Especially when they're getting down to it and saying, "Look at the size of that thing."
Yeah, you don't want to be doing stuff like that. That's not the right time, is it?
So the final beer of the show, but probably not of the evening, ladies and gentlemen, is I do love a good bird. Anyway, this is from Squawk Brewing Company, and this is the Falco Dipper.
Lovely.
Yeah. So we're going Dipper now, which is what we're looking at on there. That's 8%. That's the sweet spot.
Nice.
That's a sweet spot, baby. Right? Yes, yes. I see exactly what your comment was there, Matthew, and I agree.
Speaking of liquids,
exactly the same thing. This has been beautiful, very enjoyable show, gentlemen, and I've just realised I've completely forgot to do this kind of thing tonight. Where we just go, oh, this is the talking part, and we run it along the bottom. Completely forgot about that. But since I've just brought up that comment, before we get out of here, I do actually just want to play that again because there is still, I believe, about 28 days left on Moviescape's crowdfunder thing.
Is that in Stockport?
It's in Stockport, Manchester. Yeah. So just before we get out of here, I'd once again like to play the Moviescape appeal and share with you the link at the bottom of the screen.
Hello, movie escapers. It's me, James Payton. You know, the fellow who introduces the videos before you go into the escape. Yes, you remember. Now, we've given you some laughs over the years, haven't we? And of course some tears. Maybe just a couple of little scares. But now, Movie Escape need your help. Yes, that's right, your help. The flood, COVID-19, it's been a very difficult time. So why don't you go to the link below and donate so they can get back on their feet, and when times are ready, you can go back. Why don't you do that now? Thanks very much. Your support is much appreciated. And if you don't support, well, I'll be seeing you very soon, won't I? Behind your sofa. Lots of love.
Good old James. We do love James Payton. Righty-ho. I think that just about wraps it up, don't you, Andrew?
Absolutely.
I know that Matthew's gone to let the cats in. I'm sure on his behalf we can say bye-bye. Incidentally, his cats are very cute, but like I say, cats
are the Sith.
They are actually. Dogs are the Jedi. Cats are the Sith.
Or it's true, there are no more, no less.
Fact. Oh, he's back. He's here. Okay, Matt, we're saying bye-bye. Can you hear us? Oh, he's putting his headphones on. Right, Matt, we're saying bye-bye, okay? We're going to say bye-bye.
Right.
Okay. Good night,
See
everybody.
you next
It's been
time.
beautiful.
Thanks, everyone. Goodbye.
Another quick reminder, drop us a line if you would like to be involved in Fan Focus, and we'll bring you on a future show. I think we're going to be joined by Colin next week, hopefully.
Yes,
So
and
stick around for that.
At some point, probably next week or the week after, probably the week after, actually, we'll have guests on from Echo Base Network, they're based in Alabama, and they're a similar show to us as well. So,
Oh, fantastic! That's brilliant news.
Cool.
Excellent. A bit of pod sharing.
Yeah,
Good stuff. Star Wars community love. That's what we like. Okay, boys and girls, we'll see you next time. Cheers. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
bye.